emotional state they reach on the drug. Some feel they cannot live without it and become regular users. And continuing, we end up with Pam, the prescription pill addict. She's an addict first lieutenant, and it points out that prescription drugs are the second most commonly abused category of drugs. Estimates that 20% of the people in the United States have used prescription drugs for non-medical purposes. Death chances listed as 8 out of 10. So this comes from the group Rehab Programs. And this is you can find this on the internet, Rehab Programs, and again shows the addict chance of death by substances ranging from 10% for marijuana to 90% for heroin. Probably the worst drug infographic I have ever seen, and this little fine print at the end does not excuse it.
420 Radio, the activist radio station. The law offices of Omar Figueroa would like to remind you to stand up for your rights. If you are detained or arrested, treat law enforcement with respect and stand up for your rights by repeating, "I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search and seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to speak with my attorney." Please contact the law offices of Omar Figueroa at 415-489-0420 or 707-829-0215 or on the web at omarfigueroa.com.
NORMAL stands for Responsible Adult Cannabis Use. If cannabis use is causing problems in your life, consider taking a break or seeking medical assistance. Consider ceasing cannabis use if you have a family history of mental illness. Don't drive or operate heavy machinery while impaired by cannabis use. Cannabis use is not without risks, even though the risks may be far less than those posed by legal drugs.
Are you a hypocrite? If you live a closeted cannabis lifestyle, you are. Read about 7 people living a closeted cannabis lifestyle who are on the verge of coming out in The Hypocrites by Mara K. Eaton. Available at areyouahypocrite.net. You can purchase the book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, also available on iTunes. Check out Mara K. Eaton on Facebook as well. Learn more at areyouahypocrite.net.
Activism begins with ACT. The Russ Belville Show features the stories of hardworking grassroots activists working for an end to prohibition in today's activist agenda.
Welcome back, 29 and a half after the hour, and we are so excited about the forthcoming International Cannabis Business Conference in San Francisco, California. We are being sponsored by the ICBC to both promote the upcoming conference and to report from the upcoming conference. It'll be February 15th and 16th at the Hyatt Regency in San Francisco, California. And I believe the tickets are $4.99, and that's not $4.99. That's $499. But the amount of networking and information you'll get in these 2 days are well worth it from a business owner's perspective. I was at the first International Cannabis Business Conference in Portland, Oregon, just this year, and met many vendors from around the world and around the United States who are eager to get involved in the forthcoming green rush. So if you are one of these entrepreneurial types, you'll want to make room in your calendar for February 15th and 16th at the Hyatt Regency in San Francisco, California. Some of the speakers that will be included at the event will be Ethan Nadelman, who is the executive director of the Drug Policy Alliance, and Dr. Amanda Ryman, who is one of the policy managers at the Drug Policy Alliance. If you've never seen Ethan Nadelman speak, you definitely need to make your way to this conference, because just go Google Ethan Nadelman, check him out on YouTube. If there is someone who is clearer and better prepared to speak to the eventual need to legalize not just marijuana, but to reform all of our drug policies, that person is Ethan Nadelman. Amanda Ryman, good friend of the show. She's been a guest on the show before. She's done numerous studies of the California medical marijuana system and can speak with authority to the need to make changes there for 2016. And probably the star of the show will be Dr. Carl Hart, the neuropsychopharmacologist from the Columbia University, who is a tenured professor there and the author of High Price. Going to give you a look at some of the vendors from the Portland conference and their testimonials, plus my interview with one of them, starting right now.
Join us for the next International Cannabis Business Conference in San Francisco, California at the Hyatt Regency, February 15th and 16th.
It's a conference we're having here at the Oregon Convention Center. It's the International Cannabis Business Conference, and Alex Rogers is putting this on, and just been remarkable. A great set, a diverse set of vendors, and a fabulous set of speakers.
There's been a great crowd, great vendors, great attendees.